Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48th World, where we do soap opera reviews as well as reality reviews. Today, we're going to be recapping on The Bold and the Beautiful for April 2016, the 28th day, which is a Thursday. So, again, that's Bold and the Beautiful for April 28th, 2016, Thursday. Okay, the concept here today is Liam's emotions run the gamut when he sees Quinn unexpectedly for the first time since his escape. Stephanie and Wyatt separately go to their fathers for advice about their current situation. Okay, guys, it was kind of good today. I thought it was going to be a little bit more exciting, but it was kind of short and sweet and to the point. We're recapping off, as you know, from yesterday's episode. Liam is fussing with Quinn, telling her how much she had destroyed his life, and he actually asked. Well, he didn't really ask her in. She just found her way in his house. And he goes in to show her all the nice stuff that he had set up: the flowers, the candles, the food preparation, all in Steffi's honor. But then he just started breaking plate by plate, dish by dish, and then he just destroyed the whole table because he was drunk, of course. And he, of course, was angry. And he just didn't know what to do with Quinn. He had her right in the palm of his hands. He could have just sat her down and said, "Look at here. We finna go take care of some things. And one of them is getting you definitely behind bars." But he didn't do any of that, y'all. He was just basically listening to Quinn's love story, her feelings still unchanged, and her ultimate love sacrifice. She's basically saying, hey, if you don't want me, even though I'm going to want you forever and a day, if you put me in jail, I'm still going to want you. I'm going to be thinking about you every second of the day. But do what you will with me, okay? So, we go on to the first scene where it's with Bill and Wyatt. Bill done bargaied himself or barged himself into Wyatt's beach home. But of course, Bill tells him, technically it's my beach home because I still have the papers on it. Technically, I'm just letting you borrow it. So, he nice nasty kind of turned it off on who really owns the house. But anyway, that's nor here or there. They both go on to making small talk, and then he motions to his dad that Stephanie is definitely in sync with him with staying in the marriage, da 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 da. And Bill is kind of suspect on the whole ordeal. But then Wyatt goes on to show him his tattooed ring finger that a married man should actually have a band on to symbolize his love and adoration for his mate, da 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 da. He said, "Oh, that's what the new age people are doing now. They're tattooing their their love." And Wyatt is pretty much saying, "No, that's a commitment. That's a commitment." And then Bill reiterates to him that no, that's just a symbol, son. That's not a commitment. Commitment is you saying what you said at your wedding, your vows, and you commit to it. To death do you part. That is basically what that means, commitment. So he straightened him off on that. We move from there, we go to Steffy and Ridge. Of course, Steffi is at the office. She was doing her walking down memory lane throughout her mind, and they giving us her images. Just to make a connection with her. And then her father comes in. Evidently, he's doing some late night working. Wonder what that's all about. Anyway, he motions and acknowledges Steffi. Of course, Steffi doesn't see him walk up, behind her, but eventually she does. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm sorry about that. The pups were acting up again. Anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah. Her dad was, noticing that she was there. He's wondering why she's there. She goes over the spiel pretty much. And he said, well, okay. Well, at least you're acknowledging your feelings. And then she makes this big old to do about she just didn't know what to do with Liam. She pretty much, or he noticed on her ring finger, she had the permanent tattoos, meaning she's gonna stay in her marriage to Wyatt. And I just don't know, guys. It kind of got on my nerves with her because one day I want to slap her, one day I want to just put her in a closet, and then the other day I want her out doing her thing. But she just gotten to be too much because she's telling her father right now she loves both men. She wished she could just erase everything and run back to the man that she really wanted to marry, which was Liam. And y'all, can y'all understand that? She pretty much just threw her marriage up in the air and just like, okay, if Liam's gonna really, go on about his business, I'll stay with you, Wyatt. Pretty much the same thing that Ivy did. But at least Quinn had brought out what Ivy really was doing and the fact that Wyatt could address Ivy and she actually told him the truth. Now, that's why they should have did the same thing, or they should have done the same thing with Steffy. Just ask her, hey, this kind of messed up, but I don't want to live my life with somebody that don't want to be with me. And so, them just make her choose. And of course, I'm sure she would have chosen Liam, but at least it wouldn't be no afterthought or forethought of what this person still probably can do. It's just too much. And I thought Steffi had really grown up. But as you can see, she still is a very undecisive person when it comes to her personal life. She wants it all and then some. And I'm like, okay, so if you get with Liam, your so-called destiny type of mate, what are you gonna feel for Wyatt? You don't slept with him. You don't voice his concerns as far as his dreams and expectations of y'all marriage and y'all going forward. I mean, what was that all about? I mean, she just got on my nerves. We're just gonna move on from her. We go to a commercial. We come back. We're on Liam and Quinn. Now I tell you, child, he was still tearing up stuff. He was still hollering at her. He was still enraged with her. But guys, he never sat down or rushed to call the cops. I'm confused. How many times have he asked his father to locate her? When he locate her, put her in jail. So I'm pretty much like stumped right here. And the way he was going back and forth with her, he threw her up against the wall. It kind of gave me a tease that he was into that rough sex type of thing, and he wanted to have sex with her or kiss her because he kept looking at her mouth. And he was of course he's broken down. He's broken down, guys. So he's vulnerable, and she was definitely taking a part of that vulnerability. She was telling him everything he wanted to hear, and I mean, it was just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And of course, she was kind of scared of Liam. She didn't know what to do because she ain't never seen him in that type of rage before. But, he was just piggybacking off of everything that had happened to him. Steffy had just left, broke his heart because she had put that permanent tattoo thing on. And, it's going back and forth. But we move on from there. We go to Wyatt and Bill. Still again. Wyatt is still praising his wife, Steffy. Still saying what she's committed to. We move on from there. We go to Steffy and Bridge. Same thing there. But she's saying she's torn between the two men. But she's leaning more so towards Liam because she's opening up those feelings that she had been suppressing forever and a day. We move on from there. We go back to Quinn and Liam. Man, he go to tossing her around here and there and here. He pins her up against the wall. It seems like you want to choke her, but he doesn't. He seemed like he may have wanted to slap her upside the head or something, but he don't. He motions to looking at her mouth. And of course, she has this frightened look in her face, like, what is this joker gonna do to me? Because, you know, he could have flipped out and killed her. Or he could have took the thing of just choking her to death. And all it was just playing in my mind. Like, what you know, I'm getting a tease that Liam is kind of liking this. But like I said, both had broken down their barriers and their walls when they were with one another. To me, Liam has always been a sweetheart and cared about everybody and everything. Really didn't have no backbone. Quinn, she let down her hair, and you found another side to her where it was kind of her taking care of her man, some kind of like being submissive and stuff. But she still had the upper hand in a sense, if you know what I mean. So they both got exposed to their walls being torn down, and they're being very transparent towards each other. But again, we were living in a fantasy world. But now it seems as though they're trying to bring their fantasy into reality. And I was like, I was here for it. You know, I was like, okay, damn, this is another twist I didn't even think about. Okay, the writers trying to fool me now. Didn't see this curve coming. But pretty much Liam let her go, y'all. He let her walk right on out the door. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding it. So, we go to commercial again. We come back. We're at Wyatt and Bill. Bill is telling Wyatt he has to work through his marriage on a daily basis, period. Wyatt is asking his dad, why hasn't he found his mom yet? What's going on? Well, what's going on, Wyatt? She over there with your brother, Liam, trying to plead to his innermost thoughts of loving her again, as Eve, of course, not as Quinn. But of course, Liam is seeing Quinn and Eve in his mind at the time, and he just don't know which one he wants to relate to. But anyway, we go to Steffy and Ridge. Steffy was telling her dad she wanted to help Liam, and Ridge is giving her good advice on, yeah, you can help him, but you need to pay attention to your marriage that you are in, that you said you were committed to. He even asked them, went so far, do you still love him? Do you still want to be in a marriage? And she half-heartedly says, yes, I do, but I can't help feeling sorry for Liam. Yeah, you can't have it, but you need to move on if that's what you want to do. See, that's why I can't stand Steffy. She's too indecisive when it comes to her personal issues with men. It's always she got to be the one on top. And I'm just sick of her, because I'm like, you can't have both men. You can't play both fences. Do you actually think Wyatt is going to have the same feelings he had for you if you said, oh, I want an annulment, I'm going back with Liam? Do you think the feelings that Liam is going through right now, he's going to forget that he begged and pleaded with you not to take this marriage further? But what you do? You went over there and got you a permanent tattoo. Yes, tattoos can be removed. However, why have gotten it in the first place if you were still having these loose feelings for Liam? Not understanding that, Steffy, and Liam is definitely going to make you pay for it. Oh yes, he is. Okay, we go back to Liam and Quinn. Liam is telling her it wasn't real, what they shared together in those lost moments of passion, heated passion, and all of that good stuff. It wasn't real, he was telling her. I was not that person. You made me into that person. And then she goes on and said, well, you made me into that person that you ended up falling in love with. I'm not this hard, cruel person that I used to be. Da-da-dee, da-da-da. I'm like, give it a rest, Queen. Give it a rest. Because right now you're just playing your role. Anyway, so Liam is saying, Quinn, you're crazy. He's looking at Quinn like she crazy. But in a sexual kind of craziness, if you give him a drill. Anyway, we go back to commercial. We go from commercial to Bill and Wyatt. Bill is telling Wyatt he might want to give Steffy a call because he know he done been over there for a couple of hours. Steffy has not called him. Steffy did not have texted him. She ain't said jack, y'all. So Bill saying warning signs, warning signs, warning signs. Nut, call your wife, okay? You need to call your wife. So Wyatt goes on to try to defend his wife, like, Dad, I don't need to follow her. I trust her. I believe wherever she is. And she probably on her way home. I ain't got no reason not to trust my wife, Dad. What are you getting at? He told him again and finally, and was very stern with him, call your wife, son. So he eventually gives in and he makes that phone call to his wife. What he find out, y'all? He finds out that she went to go see Liam. Not one time did she discuss that with Wyatt. Okay? So for a person who knows his wife, knows she's not gonna betray him in any way, why was she over there seeing Liam late at night? Okay? And then she stopped off with whatever had made her upset. She saw fitting to go to Force of Creations. Not saying she was looking for her dad, because she wasn't. She was in her dad's office, but she was going down memory lane and having some feelings and talks and walks to herself, which wasn't a good look. She should have taken those feelings home, or better yet, no, she shouldn't even have went to see Liam from the beginning, because they had already talked several times since he's been back. And what is already overstood needs no understanding. Okay? So that's just too messy. And Bill was right. Get her under control before she gets out of control. And so we move on from there. We go back to Quinn and Liam. Quinn is saying she has no one to count on, no one to run to. And she immediately tells Liam he is in the same boat as she is. She goes on to say, look, Liam, I understand I've caused you so much heartbreak. Not intentionally, because I just wanted to keep you for myself. I wanted us to be untainted with the world and society as it is now. I wanted us to just enjoy ourselves and go into our own little bubble and live our own lives, pleasing one another. I mean, we have funds, we have revenue, so we could have just left and went to another state, another town, and just lived our lives peacefully, not with the hustle and bustle and all of this. She's just trying to make it seem so peaceful, like they were the real Adam and Eve, and they were just procreating the world from the beginning. I like it. Quinn, stop it. You're not my little tiger you used to be. You are all this little mommy, like part of a suburb community, and driving. You're part of the a pool for the kids, transportation pool for the children. I mean, I'm like, you're making me ill. But anyway, she goes on to give her little sob story, saying pretty much, if you still, after the conversation we have, you still want to call the cops and put me in jail, so be it. Because basically she was saying when he put her there, the only thing she's going to be thinking about is him until she die. And if she don't put her in jail, that means they need to live their lives together. He don't need Steffy. Steffy don't need him. And that's just pretty much it. And then Liam just keeps going on and on and on. Like, I can't believe you are that out of touch with reality. Do you realize what you pretty much stole from me? I'm not understanding what you're not understanding, because you need to help me out with this. I don't understand what you're talking about. What we had was not real. And she goes on to pretty much saying, yes, what we had was real. And it just really is a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth type of scenario, to where he gets so tired of her, and he's broken out pretty much all his china ware that he could get his hands on. And he throws it up against the fireplace the bottle of wine he had, or no, I think it was a beer bottle. He throws that up. He tears up all the dishes on the table. He cries, and he's handsome when he cries, y'all. Oh my goodness. And Quinn was pleading to his inner sanctum of who he is and what she saw, not the cold-hearted, nonchalant Liam that everybody has come to know. He was another person when he lost his mind. He was just simple, wanting to be a pleaser, and very attentive to her needs, and vice versa. She was the same way with him, besides him trying to leave on her behind as far as escaping. But it was like, okay, wow, where are we going with all of this? Then, she said something that kind of strikes a nerve with him. He throws her up against the wall forcefully. And like I said, it seems like he wanted to have rough sex with her or something, because he was angry, but then he started to, the anger started to dissipate. And it was like, okay, well, maybe something else is going on with him. And then it was motioning to me, or from my perspective, it was almost like he was remembering when they were starting to make love for the first time, when he was having these feelings for her, and he wanted to get close to her in that way. It looked like he wanted to kiss her mouth. He was like, aligning his fingers with the edges of her mouth structure. And I was like, oh my God. And then, it was just, I don't know, guys. I don't know what the writer's trying to do to us now. I don't know what they're trying to say. But anyway, it is what it is. That was The Bold and the Beautiful for Thursday, April 28th, 2016. It gave me some entertainment when he was tossing Quinn around there like a little rag doll. And it gave me my entertainment when Bill was telling Wyatt, you need to call your wife, son. You need to call your wife. Woo! That was funny, funny, funny. So that was the recap and the review of The Bold and the Beautiful for today, Thursday, April 28th, 2016. I hope you guys enjoyed it, or will enjoy it when you preview it. And please tell several friends about my channel if they do enjoy reality as well as soap opera reviews and recaps. Please give them my channel name, have them come over, subscribe to my channel, and like a few videos, and share my videos throughout the YouTube community. Other than that, I would love for you all to check out our dual channel that I do with my daughter, Starr Kraziness. It's SNS semicolons. Let's talk about it. And then her channel is Starr Kraziness. And I do have it at the ending of my presentation on my videos, as well as in my drop down box with the information. You can find that. So please partake of all three channels and get your life of entertainment the way we present it to you all. And love and blessings, and be safe. And I will see you next time for The Bold and the Beautiful for the 29th, which will be Friday, God willing. Okay, y'all take care of each other. Love on each other. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.